The share link is in the group chat.
This album fucking slaps. I'm just like jamming in my head.
Don't you mean at Rubens?
That was real good. That's the first thing on this video. I haven't started my Audacity recording, but I wanted to start this first. Because we did say 9:15, so.
Ready?
Nope.
I'm ready. I'm ready to start recording whenever you are.
Hold on. Hold, please. You too.
Currently waiting for user Paul. Paul, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Are you, okay, all right.
Yes,
Are
I'm
we
here.
ready to start the recording?
I think so. Are we? Yes, maybe, kinda, sorta. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, cuties?
What's up, guys?
How you doing? Welcome back to our latest Minecraft tutorial.
It's Tycoono here.
You here?
Oh, that senpai hoodie's pretty dope. That is pretty dope.
It is a very cute hoodie.
Okay,
I would wear it if I had it, but I don't.
We couldn't
Also,
think
it's
of
really
a
not
topic,
hoodie weather.
so we decided.
We told you what the topic was going to be.
No, it better not be that. We'll figure out something.
That's a great joke.
I mean, yeah, but like we're gonna have hold on.
Come on, it's a good bit, Paul. Just accept it.
It is, but like I don't know how you didn't come up with something in an hour and 10-minute meeting I had.
I was watching Kaguya-sama Love is War with my housemates and completely obsessed with it.
I was brainstorming.
I was
I've
trying
also
to
turned off my brain this week.
I was too absorbed in Miyuki and Kaguya doing.
No, I honestly don't know
shit.
what we cover this week.
Honestly, but we did cover. We figured out all the news, and
We did figure out news.
So
I
want
to talk Tony Kawa then.
Yeah, no, I figured we could meme and just talk about the season and make and crack jokes and just have a very lighthearted episode.
Does it mean I can go get wine?
Go for it. Are we allowed to do that on YouTube?
What?
Are we allowed to drink on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yes, it's listed as not for kids. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
I don't know YouTube's.
Side note, Tim, I want you to think about this like realistically with me for a moment. You ready?
Okay.
Nate leaves in what's 1 week of hours minus 12? Because it'd be 72 times. I mean 24 times 7, which should be
168 minus 12, 156. Call it a good 162 hours.
Nate leaves in 162 hours.
Yeah.
It's kind of dope.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna have to clean shit.
Yeah,
yes,
you will.
please, because I'm just gonna want to sleep.
Oh, that's not the problem. No, you sleeping and just like literally crashing is not
when
gonna be the problem.
When I get there, I'm just gonna want to sleep.
No, that won't be the problem. The problem will be me figuring out what the frick we're gonna eat, because I'm gonna have to cook. Or alternatively, we could just say fuck it and go get McDonald's.
Could go get McDonald's.
The Wendy's is actually closer, and I like Wendy's Nuggies better than
Wendy's
McDonald's Nuggies.
Wendy's spicy nuggies are better than McDonald's spicy nuggies.
I think Wendy's Nuggies are just better than McDonald's Nuggies in general.
Yes.
But that's just me.
Wendy's Frosties are the fucking bomb, though.
You know what's better than fucking Wendy's? For, like, ice cream shit?
What?
Brewster's.
Okay, so I've never had that. You look like I just shook your entire being, but the reality is they just don't exist anywhere that I live.
No, I know. I thought it was a good little bit to just...
No, but in terms of like national franchise drive-through fast food, Wendy's fucking slaps.
It does. It does. What do I like better than Wendy's though? That's the
I
good
don't
question.
I don't like chocolate that much, dude, but I will devour some chocolate Frosties.
I like vanilla.
I'm a very vanilla guy. Very. Yes. Yes.
I just saw Tim sitting here going, "Is he gonna make the joke?" Like Tim was waiting
I'm
for me
just
to
like,
make the joke. He wasn't gonna make the joke, and I was just like, "I have to. It's right there. I will take the low hanging fruit."
You. Isn't that the true like nature of this podcast? Like, should we just rename it Low Hanging Fruit?
Oh, absolutely.
No.
Studio
Blank. Studio Blank is too good of a name to like not.
Studio Fruit, but the picture is just like a couple of cherries that are hanging a little too low and they're slightly wrinkly.
Oh, come on, that'd be hilarious.
You know what's up, guys? Welcome to Studio.
Do you take your studio with or without nuts?
I don't know. Seems pretty vanilla to me, Comfy.
All the memes are right there, bro.
Wait, now we got vanilla. We got some nuts. Ooh, throw some whipped cream on there.
Yeah, make sure you don't miss out on your tacos and the banana and the hot dog.
Tacos? Did you say Taco Bell?
I said,
Okay, see, once we
who
just
makes
start,
hot dogs?
Once
What
we
is it?
start
Does
bringing in
Dairy
the
Queen make
Crunchwrap
hot dog?
Supreme, sounds weird.
Does Dairy Queen do hot dogs, right? Yeah. Dairy Queen does chili dogs, actually.
A chili dog right now with a blizzard?
I don't
Oh.
eat anything Dairy Queen.
That shit would slap.
Dude, chili dog, Dairy Queen with a like cookie dough blizzard.
I love that we're talking about food, and I'm like not hungry for once.
Oh, I'm always
That's
hungry.
cool. Hi, always hungry.
Yeah.
I'm dad.
I'm not okay, so just so you know, for you and whenever Devin listens to this, I actually wear my World's Greatest Dad shirt.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I've seen it.
I wear it like once every other week at least, at the very least.
I mean, it's a great
very
shirt.
comfy shirt.
You did a good job picking out shirts for us.
Do you like rent a child when you wear the shirt?
No.
You know, just like take someone's like
no,
like,
the girl
amusement park or
the girl
something?
that comes over every night makes sure it's good. That doesn't happen. Don't take that as serious. Let's just specify now.
I don't like it with the context that we had provided. I really don't like it with the context we had provided.
Oh, you know what? Can we just tell them what the episode is? Because like the title is, because it's already the meme.
Guys, do we just want to go right into, let's just go right into it. Guys, welcome to Studio Blank, the anime and manga podcast where you can find all your news, views, and reviews, except for the weeks where we can't think of a topic, so we decided to meme instead. And yes, that's the title.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 16 of the world's okayest podcast. I'm your not host, Nate. What's up, guys? Studio Blank here.
I guess we're just memeing all the way. Tim, it's your turn real quick.
Tim, go with the intro.
Welcome to Studio Blank. It's
No, you
your
didn't say
older
what's up,
not
guys.
host, Tim. And remember, you can show up every week for your news, views, and reviews on everything weeb.
Every single week. Guys, we're just going to get some news in, and then we're going to talk the season shows, because like it's just been a fun season, and I think we're really actually just enjoying everything that's out. And so like
I'm having actually a really good time with the shows that I'm watching.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just news. Hit me with the news. Hit me with all the news, since this week was insane for me. Do it.
Tim, I'll do my piece of news last so I can segue into what I think will be a funny, stupid idea that I want to share with Paul.
Okay, yes. Sorry, I had to think about it for a second. I was like,
No,
oh, wait,
don't worry. We did
article I
actually
didn't
discuss.
grab. All right, so Rent a Girlfriend, Senryu Girl, Domestic Girlfriend, Boarding School Juliet, and Fuka. All the authors penned one-shots in Kodansha's Weekly Shonen Mag.
Oh.
Where they're premiere manga, but if they were isekai instead. So The Rent
When
a
did these
Girlfriend,
come out?
Good isekai.
the Rent a Girlfriend one came out this week.
Okay.
And it's called Reincarnated Girlfriend.
Okay,
Okay.
then. Continue.
So next week we'll get Senryu Girlfriend or Senryu Girl, and then the week after that we're gonna get Domestic Girlfriend, which honestly I think will be a really hilarious bit.
I feel like this is going to be a
find
great
these.
week. I need to find these. This is going to be a great bit. I'm never upset with one shots, and I'm also never upset with isekai. I take that back. That's not true. Isekai Cheat Magician exists, but
No, Isekai Cheat Magician is the perfect anime. I don't know what you're talking about.
can we just let one episode just like acknowledge that Isekai Cheat Magician is garbage?
I mean, I think we've acknowledged it multiple times in multiple episodes.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. I just wanted to acknowledge it again this episode because it's just that bad.
Good enough for me.
Continue. What else is going on?
Science fell in love, so I tried to prove it.
It's
just
so
got its
good!
second season announced,
It's so cute,
Yay!
dude.
and the
Hold on.
season announcement key art is adorable.
So I just want to point out that I had my cousin who's a bio what do you call ocean biology?
Marine biology?
I mean, yeah, but like there's another word for it, like when you're talking about like animals of it. Anyway, he's a marine
Navy
biology
SEAL
major.
biology.
Shush, no, he's a marine biology major,
Air Force
and he's like
biology.
hyper freaking. I don't even know what to call him, but other than like hyper science nerd. And I showed him this anime, and when he finished it, he messaged me and was like, "I hate you because it's too realistic, but also hyper cute." And so I just had a good like week span of me razzing on my cousin because this was too realistically true and hilarious.
Yeah.
So if you haven't
I'm
seen
excited.
it, go watch it. It's adorably cute because the ending is the best thing in the world. And yes.
Yeah, one of my high school friends put me onto it and was like, no, you have to watch it. He goes, it's not garbage. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
He goes, no, it's really, really good.
It
You
was
should
really
watch
good.
It. Don't be stupid. And then I fell in love with it. So,
Yeah. Yep. Continue. More news.
Some really cool news. Demon Slayer opened this week, or this past
Yes.
week. On
Oh my god,
Friday.
it's doing incredible. It's
Yeah. No, in its
bonkers.
first 3 days, it sold 3.4 million tickets across Japan and earned 4.62 billion with a B yen. And it opened with 1.26 billion yen. It is the highest weekday opening in Japanese box office history
which is
for any
insane.
film.
Which is
That's,
insane.
that means it beat Avengers.
It
Yeah.
did, actually.
Yeah, that wasn't a joke or anything. That was like math.
Only in Japan though.
$43 million.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
$43 million.
it beat it out in the
in 3
domestic box
days.
office, which is massive still.
It's cruising.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm stoked for it to get released here. I hope we can still have theaters. But
Speaking of movies, you know what movie just got a release date?
Which one?
Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0. You cannot release. That's the joke because the movie's been in development for the past 7 years.
Yeah.
But we finally have a release date. It's coming out January 23rd. Super early next year. It's only 3 months away. And I'm very
That's actually not
excited
that bad.
because I love Evangelion. And we have been
You're gonna
waiting
have
for this
to-
for so long.
you're gonna have to yell at me and we're gonna have to go watch Evangelion together.
You know,
I'm
I think the
so
best part
okay watching all the Evangelion movies with you.
You want to know what the best part about this is?
What?
Is the third trailer, the one that had the release date, was the opening trailer for Demon Slayer this weekend.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's absolutely beautiful.
There we go. That's good.
Mhm.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Mugen Train. If you haven't
Tim,
read the manga and you don't know what's going on, you're in for a roller coaster of goodness. That's all.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying.
no, it's gonna be insane. I'm
Nate,
so
have you
excited.
read? Have you read?
I've read. I'm illiterate.
Oh, so you haven't.
Whatever you're asking me if I've read it, I have not read it.
Okay, cool. So you haven't read the Demon Slayer manga.
No, I have not.
Okay, cool. So Tim and I are going to be sitting here, and I'm going to chuckle in the theater and just watch Nate's face the entire time and not pull my phone out like an irresponsible human being and take pictures of Nate's face's reactions.
Good.
Tim wants me to do it now. I saw that face. Tim wants me to do it now just so he can enjoy Nate's face to this entire film.
If I'm not already living with you guys by the time this movie comes out, I'm flying down for 1 weekend to watch it in IMAX together.
When does it come out in US? Or do
we don't have
a
an
date
official date yet.
Okay,
We
cool.
don't have a date yet.
Okay.
It's sometime this spring or summer.
Okay, cool. Then if it's summer, then we'll be good to go, and you'll be here. PogChamp.
Yep.
What else? What else? News. More news. I'm trying to get high off the
Do you
news.
do you have anything, Tim?
Yeah, I have one more.
Go for it.
Jujutsu Kaisen gets a post-credits mini anime between for episodes 3 and 4. So if you paid attention at the end and didn't skip the ending like a piece of fucking garbage, because it's a pop, there was a short titled Juju Sanpo, which just
Oh, that's gonna be like a whole little short thing.
yeah,
Oh, that's cool. I thought it was just like a
so
little
it's
one
going
shot.
to appear on episodes 3, 4, and forward all the way through episode 24, and it will focus on their daily lives.
Wait, this is a 24 episode season?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so happy now. I may or may not have spoiled myself on the manga a little bit.
Oh, it's so good, isn't it?
It's really good, and I had to stop reading because I was just like, I really don't want to spoil myself for the whole season. I just wanted this next little arc.
I spoiled myself for the whole season,
Oh,
and
no.
I could not be more hype.
Oh, good lord, it's gonna be good. I'm already hyped from seeing like the pieces that I read, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see a little bit of their day-to-day life because I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Covered at all in the manga.
Okay, I was about to ask. I was like, because they skipped real hard in the manga, like they did that weird little time jump. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Right after this next thing happens for this next section. And so I was wondering if they were gonna put like that in between there just to like do day-to-day life, but it's gonna be real interesting.
Probably.
Side note, I want you to know, Rek and I called what's coming and about to happen. Rek and I were talking about it after we watched the 2 episodes because they were behind.
Mhm.
We called everything that was going to happen because you know it's going to happen. Like
Yeah.
you saw the ending sequence of what they had with the little dossier thing, and like you called it. Like everybody, you know, it makes sense. But what happens right after that and the way it happens is even better.
Yeah, no, I'm
Like
excited.
you can't guess it, but you can. Like it's real good.
It's
Nate's
so
very
good.
confused. I'm sorry. I'm not spoiling things, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
no, you're not spoiling things. But I do have one more piece of news.
Oh no.
Oh man, Paul, you love hype, right?
No.
Well, you're not going to be hyped for this announcement at all because the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure spin-off, Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan, is getting a live-action TV adaptation. That's right.
No,
A
stop.
live-action TV adaptation of a spin-off of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, following arguably the weirdest character in the entire series. That's right. And so, Paul, now I come to you with my suggestion. You want to start watching some live-action anime movies and recording our reactions to them and then putting them up on the Patreon? I've heard of some high-quality movies out there, such as Bleach and Death Note. And I bet we could even find some cool series like Mob Psycho 100 or Erased or Promised Neverland. Or maybe even go back to the classics and watch stuff like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 Diamond is Unbreakable, which also have live action adaptations for some godforsaken reason.
You know, this is a great bit. I'm not sure if I could handle it. I'm not joking. Like I like the idea. I'm just not sure if I could actually suffer through it.
Oh, no. We talked about being intoxicated for this.
I don't even think I could do it intoxicated. That's the problem. My brain is still hyperlogical while intoxicated. It's a problem.
No, I think you'd have a fun time.
No, I'd sit
I
there. I'd
think-
be like, this is
No,
too
no,
ridiculous. I'm just going to go to bed. That's my brain process right there. It's like,
But you don't get that. But you don't get that when you're watching anime regularly?
no. Because I can get invested in stuff. Like, I just like a bad live action adaptation, my brain just like turns off and is like, this is so bad, I can't even care.
But see, okay, see, that's where you're already wrong. See, these are all good live action
Stop.
adaptations.
We're not asking you to watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action.
Yes,
We're
we
asking
are,
you to watch
actually.
Death Note's live action movie, Forehead. It's gonna be fun. We're all gonna have a great time, and it's gonna make for great content, and you're gonna like it, and we're gonna do it anyways.
We're gonna, you know what? I have a great idea. We'll watch the one true anime live adaptation,
Stop.
which is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You know, guys,
Now I've made everyone
we're gonna move
mad.
on. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna start talking about this season's anime. And because I'm so hyped on it and can't keep myself from rewatching it, because serotonin, we're gonna talk about Tonikawa Over the Moon for you, because the amount of serotonin I get from that show on a daily basis is actually absurd. Because I keep going back to watch.
All
its
you can
cuteness.
hold, all you can grab,
All you can grab.
all you can grab.
Okay, and I want to make a fun point here. This show is a show that like is so good, nobody gives a shit about the animation type or like over bullshit quality. It's not Attack on Titan, but it is exactly what the manga looks like, and it's perfect. It's not overdone. It's not overhyped. The facial animations are deliberately super simple and super hilarious.
I wish I could be the main character of this anime, so I get isekai'd by a truck into a world where I'm happy.
But he's not isekai'd. He just is. He's alive.
Paul. It's okay, champ. You'll understand one day.
Have you read through it?
Oh, he's missing the.
I can't. The podcast is purely audio, so for the visual audience, I'm gonna draw a chart. All right. So here's the y-axis. Here's the x-axis. Now
Okay.
at the intersection, we have Paul's head. Okay. And if you look very high up on the y-axis, we can see the joke soaring over him.
I love it. Thank you. But you know what won't soar over his head?
I'm just.
No, it will
no,
because it's
no.
over the moon.
Wait. This won't soar over his head. Next week's guest is someone really, really cool, and I bet you they've been suffering. It's time for the return of JoJo's Part 1 and 2.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The thing that I haven't watched.
Oh, yes.
Do I have time this week?
It is I, Dio.
Stop.
I'm just hearing the Aztec dubstep in the background, like off in the distance. I'm just like, oh no, they're fucking coming for me. Oh, you know what? That means I should probably rewatch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 and 2. I mean Part 2 because no one ever has to watch Part 1.
So what you're telling me is I'm going to only watch part 2, which means I have time to do it?
No, you have to watch Part 1, Paul.
You have to watch Part 1.
Nope.
Yes,
It's
you do.
important.
Nope.
No, it's
We
a,
have all
it's a rite
suffered
of
through it.
passage. It's a rite of passage.
How
And
is it?
honestly,
Fine, it's a left of passage. Just do it.
What?
yeah, just get it over with.
Listen, you'll watch the first episode and say, wow, this is the worst anime I've ever seen. You'll watch the second episode and say, what the fuck? Then you'll watch the third episode and say, Jesus Christ, now there's vampires? And then it just gets weird.
Can we go back to talking about Tonikawa Over the Moon for you?
Yeah, I'm over the moon for you.
I mean, that's why you're moving here, right?
I need to plan out the driving route. I'm not excited
Guys,
to plan out the
guys,
driving
can
route.
we? I seriously, no, I want to talk about this anime because it's so cute. I need like honest opinions. Go.
I have watched the first episode, and I have watched him look at his bed and say, this isn't enough, and then hug a pillow and say, maybe we can sleep like this, and then she's just standing there going, yeah, that doesn't look really comfortable to me.
Can I put out, because Tim knows this, that every episode there is that moment where he's doing his inner monologue and he's speaking out loud and somebody's just standing there for the whole thing, and it's the funniest thing in the world. Because immediately,
yes. So it's My Life, the anime.
because he Tim, the bathhouse. They're like, it's just, I don't know how else to say it because it's too good. Like, he's just walking out of the bath completely naked, narrating how this entire episode is basically the anime bath time episode. It's literally breaking the fourth wall about an anime bath episode. And then he
the
walks.
Hot Springs episode,
It's
and
the hot spring.
hilarious.
And he's going through this whole narration out loud. He's like, wait, this means if I go about my day as normal, I'll end up seeing my wife naked too. And it's going through this whole thing and like steaming and stuff, right? And then he looks up and the girl he's known since like second grade is standing right there because she owns the bathhouse. And she's like, and you have that like wicked smile. She's like, eyes flash, and he screams and runs back into the bath. And he's like, how long were you there? And she's like, oh, just about the times when you started narrating about how this was a bath time episode. And like, you know that this has been like 3 minutes of episode. And you just like, it's hilarious.
And she makes a dick joke, and it's absolutely flawless.
Oh, she just makes all the dick jokes. She makes all of the perverted jokes.
God.
It's hilarious.
Oh no.
It's perfect. And his wife is the cutest thing. Oh, the earlier part in the episode that killed me was when he screamed out loud in the middle of the road, and she just steps outside. She's like, you could totally see the Ano thing going on without her actually doing it. She was so like, this is really embarrassing. It was the cute. Nate, you just need to watch all 3 episodes. It's actually incredible. I love it to death. So much serotonin.
It is one of the anime that I started watching this week. It is not one of the 3 anime that I did watch this week.
Okay. Totally worth. Listeners, I want Tim to give his opinion real quick because you've already heard my opinion just based upon my tone of voice and the way I've described it. So.
Paul has an opinion for sure.
Yeah, no, I have absolutely loved it. It has been the serotonin that I've craved for months, because knowing I couldn't watch Love is War, because it was Funimation only this past season, and that made me the big cry the whole time.
That's why I still cry inside.
But I also started watching Love is War this week because one of my housemates has Funimation and has finally told me the password. So I've been rocking out with that, and it's been fucking hilarious. So between the two of them, I have all the serotonin I've ever, wanted, needed.
I could have dreamed of.
No. I can dream of more serotonin than this, but that's just, actually getting to see, Nasa-kun get his head on straight for 5 minutes and just not be a complete and utter
the
idiot.
ending of that episode was hilarious.
Oh, it was absolutely fucking brilliant.
Gorgeous. I am stoked to see what happens because it's literally the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, and either Kaguya or Miyuki just finally fucking admitting they have feelings for the other one. Just one time.
I just need one of the two. That's all I need in my life.
Yeah, I honestly, either one of those would be great. Both of them would be all of the serotonin I've ever craved in my entire goddamn life and everything I could ever dream of.
It's real good. I'm really enjoying it. Nate, you pulled up the gavel, so I really just need to know what you're thinking.
I'm just fidgeting.
Oh.
That's it. Not like nothing else. I wasn't gonna hit it because I didn't want click to be in the podcast audio.
Oh. Well.
Do you want click in the podcast audio?
No.
You know what we can talk about though?
Ooh.
That is also a good serotonin boost. Cute girls do rock climbing.
I still haven't watched that. It's
Am I the only one that's current on Cute Girls Do Rock Climbing?
I've watched 3 shows this week.
I'm sorry.
I watched so many shows last week.
Just hit me with it. Just go. Because I know you said that the main character not the main character. The first year obsessive, super hyper, ridiculous, rar person got better.
3 Nuzzles pounces on you.
She eats lunch with our main character.
Okay.
And finally realizes that having friends is important. And she really enjoys our main character's company and is glad that she's on the team, and she works very hard to push her to be the best
Okay.
in not an asshole way. She's just like incredibly like
I'm proud.
we had character development
In
and
one episode.
also, yeah, no, and our main character meets the best free climber in the junior high circuit.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that free climber absolutely adores the puzzle game that our main character was so good at. So they
So
bond
just bond over a puzzle
immediately
game.
upon that.
That's awesome.
And
I need to
It's
watch
the
it.
first time that any of the girls on the team have ever gotten like this girl to speak to them. And it's fucking
Wow.
hilarious because this girl goes, she looks at our main character and goes, Shisho? As in master? Because she gets curb stomped in this puzzle game like 10 times. She goes,
Ooh.
would
That
you be
is,
okay if I called you Shisho? And she's just like, And before anything happens, this girl gets a phone call from her father, and they meet up at this monkey rock. It's called the anti-monkey rock because not even monkeys can climb it efficiently or properly and not eat shit off of it. So human beings that can do it should be proud of themselves.
I like pro monkey rock, not anti monkey rocks. Join me with the pro monkey movement.
I mean, Wukong.
We're Wukong fans. Wukong stands
monkeys.
in this house.
For the Monkey King. Side note, can we talk about just something in case you didn't know, chat? Don't go to Bangladesh right now because the monkeys are running the streets rampaging because the tourists aren't bringing them food. So
Yeah,
be careful, please.
That started like 6 months ago.
It's still happening. The Monkey Gang, the Monkey Gang wars are still occurring. Please be careful. That's all.
Basically, if you're unaware, in a lot of more tropical areas where small monkeys live in the forests, and there are cities near the forests, tourists that visit those cities like to feed the monkeys because monkey be cute. However, monkey stop being cute when monkey stop getting food and monkey go give me food. However, when there's no one in the streets because there's a quarantine, then suddenly it's uncontrolled territory. And we've all played Call of Duty before, and we all know that if you take neutral B, it's very, very easy. And suddenly the monkeys control most of Bangladesh.
Anyway,
They're spawn camping everyone.
Spawn camping Bangladesh.
So anyway, just
sorry,
free the
monkey spawn
monkeys.
camping Bangladesh, yeah.
We stand the monkeys. So be careful. Anyway,
No, we don't. We don't stand the monkeys. The monkeys are our enemy.
but Monkey King. What about Jay Shonda's song? I need Yui in my life. Anyway, continue.
Bonky Kong? We're playing TFT now?
Oh no. Anyway,
One of my favorite comps this season.
All around me are familiar
do you think- okay.
faces.
Do you think we're gonna get a monkey monster in Damachi? Or are we just
From what I know,
no?
probably not.
Okay, cool. Newest episode is real good. Side note, if you didn't know your ancient mythology, guys, Oranos is the god of the sky. Like,
Yes.
he's an elder god. He's not like a little bitty...
He's a titan, in fact.
Yes. And so when Oranos showed up in, how to pick up girls in a dungeon.
How not to
pick up girls in a dungeon, season 3. I was
Is
like,
it
oh,
wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
I just echoed
season-
Tim. I just echoed
I
Tim.
know you did, which is what
I-
makes it worse.
I'm just
No.
It's fine.
No, I went for a really good meme where I combined the worst ecchi garbage I've ever seen with Danmachi. So you had How Not to Summon a Demon Lord and Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls
How
in a Dungeon?
not to say the anime title? Jesus Christ!
Part 2.
That's the name of our.
Yes. Anyway, the point is, they're finally getting to like the elder gods and like the titans and like the big boys, right? Because like up until now, we've had like all of the pseudo minor gods around, like.
Well, we've gotten minor gods, we've
Pseudo-minor
gotten
gods,
major
if we're
gods.
But like,
about
we've
Zeus
only
and
ever.
Ares.
Well, yes, but like Zeus isn't in the picture.
I mean,
like-
he technically is.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Zeus. We haven't seen Hades. We haven't seen
Yeah.
Poseidon. We haven't seen Thor, Odin, or Freya. We haven't.
No, we've seen Freya.
We've seen Freya.
We've seen
Freya.
Freya.
The
Freya-
old, that
Freya
was my
the
point.
worst example.
in
But
season
like,
one, I'm pretty
but
sure.
like, but even Freya isn't like quote unquote what you consider an elder god in that way, right? Like Hel
Well,
would be an
Zeus
elder
isn't-
god. Odin would be an
isn't
elder
a-
god. That's my point.
Those would be major gods. The elder gods would be the ones before them.
Yeah, Odin's father is the elder god there.
Yeah, the equivalent of like Kronos.
Yeah, well, because Hel and Odin are siblings. No, Hel is
No.
Odin's daughter, but she's elevated because she's the goddess of the underworld in its entirety. That's how that works. It gets really wonky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no. We have-
Lineage doesn't necessarily do it, but a majority of the time
Yes.
it's linked.
Yes.
Yeah, Bor is Odin's father. He would be the effective version of Kronos there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my point is like we're finally starting to get to like the we're not playing around with Hermes or
Yeah, we're getting like
Hephaestus.
Kronos and Gaia and shit.
Yeah, like we're getting to the oh shit tier of gods, which makes it really interesting.
I don't know that tier of gods in most mythologies.
Really. So well, the
yeah.
reason I find it
I don't
interesting,
think very much.
the reason
other
I'm
than
finding it
that.
interesting is specifically because like if we're getting to that level of like god ridiculousness, why is Zeus such like a prominent point? And I think it's because he was like the father of heroes, aka Hercules, aka Perseus, all that jazz.
So I don't know the full extent that they're doing it in Dungeon, but the reason that Zeus is the focal point of and like the leader of all the gods is because
No, he
Zeus
killed
was
the Titans.
he was the start of the new era.
Yes. Well, and he killed the Titans.
Exactly. The old gods were the old world, and Zeus was the king and the start of the new world. So
Yes.
basically, the only reason that the elder gods would be coming back is if they're about to absolutely fuck shit up.
So that's the interesting part with what's going on in Danmachi is Ouranos is signaling that like it's the beginning of a new age. If you've been paying attention, right? He's like, by the way, talking sentient monsters, boys.
I mean, yeah.
Like, and not like one of them, like that they exist as a race almost, and like that we're gonna have to contend with that. And so it's a really interesting point, right? And so like it's a real interesting setup that I'm not sure what they're gonna do because like again like we've seen Freya, like we know that like some of the higher gods are on the pecking order are trying to keep that from happening. Who's the Tim, have you watched the latest episode?
No, but I am familiar.
I'm trying to remember who the like dark god that Hermes talks to, who's like, oh, I'm just letting my boys go rampant because they'll do it anyway, type thing. I don't remember who it is. He's like one of the lower like gods of darkness. But like,
what mythology
Erebus?
he's from?
is it Erebus? It's Erebus.
Maybe?
Yeah, it's probably Erebus. But like we're getting to that level of like we're looking to see a clash between the higher gods and the lower gods and like what's going on. So I'm really interested to see where it goes because like Belle's gonna be Belle.
Yeah.
Ding ding.
The one problem is like
Ding dong.
Ouranos is talking about like the changing of the times.
Yeah.
It's because Zeus isn't in the picture because he was pushed out by Freya and Loki.
Yeah.
Because
It's funny that it's both Norse gods, but that's also a very them thing to do.
Oh, 100%.
it's like the most Freya and Loki thing to do of all time.
Yes.
It also could be
Yeah.
Thanatos that was
No, it's not, it
the one running.
wasn't Thanatos.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So I'm just interested. Icaros.
Oh, Icolos?
Not Icolos. Icaros. Ikaros. Icolos is a different god.
I'm just looking at the gods list right now, going through the list.
Yeah.
That's all.
So, but my thought is like, I'm just interested to see where it goes because I want to see where they're going to take the series now that they're showcasing like the gods being more active in some level, like, and not just playing for control of like their families, but like for control of like the world in its entirety. Because the world's wisdom is about to get flipped on its head with the existence of like a society of talking intelligent monsters. So
Yeah.
I want to see who's going to ally with who. I know Oranos and Hermes are playing together.
I mean, Oranos is the leader of the guild, so
You're
kind
right.
of his job.
That's true. Oh, Icaros, like the one who flew too close to the sun. Thank you, Cherry.
That's Icarus.
Icarus. There's a U in there
Yeah.
in the original. But anyway, so it's become real interesting. I'm enjoying it. Season 3 seems to be fun. I don't know where they're going to take it. Season 2 is again the Attack on Titan season 2 setup, which is like all the little things, but the little things actually matter. You know, like all the mini setup. So really interested to see how big this drop is. What else is going on right now for this season?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
We haven't really talked Jujutsu Kaisen this week, but like Jujutsu Kaisen is incredible. Gojo Sensei's insane.
There's another week. They showed off the crazy lady.
Oh,
She has a hammer.
Oh yeah, Nobara.
Nobara's
I
interesting.
like her hammer. I like her nails. I like her fighting style. It's weird as shit, and I'm all there for it.
Honestly, her curse power is insane.
It's
I
pretty
love it.
dope.
She pulled out the
Resonance is
hammer
such a
and
cool
nails, and I
ability.
was like, okay. And then she started like attacking him from range with them, and I was like, all right.
So again, like I said, I read like it. She gets insane.
They all do, Paul.
Well, yeah, but like I didn't read that far, so I don't know how crazy everybody gets, except for, you know, our boy
Yeah.
our boy Yuji. Because like
Yuji Itadori.
Boy,
he's something else.
well, he was something else before he swallowed a finger.
Yeah.
And now he's just really busted.
Gojo Sensei's already busted too, though.
I mean, his power is insane.
His power. So just so for everybody knows, I'm going to spoil this one little point about the world. It doesn't spoil any of the ridiculous things. All jujitsu sorcerers, like ability is innate. So like if you're stuck at the bottom rung of your cursed energy, like you're just stuck at the bottom rung. Good for you. And so like Yuji has like no actual cursed energy powers innately. And so he's going to have to learn to like do the Goku bullshit of like train to get stronger. Woohoo! You know, but like,
Yeah, but he also has the cursed energy of
yes,
Sukuna. So
Sukuna's
he's
cursed
got
energy
plenty
is
to pull
broken.
from the pool if he learns how
I
to
mean, it's
properly
going to be
use it.
Naruto. It's going to be like a Naruto-esque kind of like bullshit, ridiculous points. Like thumbs up. So
It's neither going to be bullshit nor is it ridiculous.
just cool.
As someone who's current with the manga,
I mean, it's going to be cool enough that it's insane. That's
it'll be
close enough.
cool. But
So
far
anyway,
from bullshit, nor is it.
I mean, you know. So I think I'm just loving it. This next episode's going to be insane. I mean, the next 2 episodes are really going to be insane if we're considering where we're going. Like, it's going to be. Whew,
I'm excited. I'm
really
thoroughly
excited.
enjoying it.
I really like what's this? It's not Fugarashi. It's something close to that though. It's not. It's Yuji, girl, and then I don't remember what it is.
I don't
Tim's
remember
just upset with me
anybody's
because I
name.
butchered it, and I know I butchered it, and I would just try. It starts with.
I don't know
fine.
anybody's names in any anime.
It's fine. Tim's looking it up
I
to make sure
know-
I don't butcher it, and he doesn't butcher it again because I planted the
Oh, I
bad
won't butcher
pronunciation
it.
in his
I'm
head.
not
I
going
planted
to
a bad
butcher it.
pronunciation in his head, and so now he has to make sure he's right.
I
Yeah.
watched, what is it?
You've now spoiled it, and now I'm like, oh god, for Shigeru.
For Shigeru. What's his last
been
name?
watching-
Did I blend his last name and his first name?
That is his last name.
What's his first name starts with an M.
Megami.
First
That's
last
okay. I
name.
blended the two. That's what happened.
Yeah, I've been watching Yashahime. There's like 8 characters I need to understand right now, and I don't know any names. Also, the show, I was telling Tim this, like, I'm watching it, but we're 3 episodes in, and it feels like we finally made it to the end of the first episode. Like, nothing's really happening. Episode 1 was Inuyasha. Episode 2 was introduction of characters, and episode 3 was finishing the introduction of the characters you were introducing in episode 1.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Have you caught up?
no, I'm one episode behind. So like,
They like finish the conflict of episode 2. It just takes all of episode 3.
yeah,
And then even then they're not like even fully done with it, because at that point like the like adoptive mom and grandpa and stuff are like, yeah, we all know exactly what's going on, and all of the main characters are like, we're dumb fucking rocks.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like it's exactly what happens, and it's
I just wish they were a little more quick, I guess.
That the pacing was moving.
I just wish the pacing was a little bit
harder.
faster. Yeah.
like I love the character design.
I
love all the
I think
character
it's
design.
because they're mirroring what they used to do. Like the pacing feels very much like OG Inuyasha, but like
it feels like Inuyasha in the sense of it feels like an anime from that era.
which I think is good. I just like, again, I don't know. I just
I
think,
don't think it's bad,
yeah.
but the pacing definitely.
I just don't know if
feels
it's gonna
like-
hold my attention.
Yeah, I was watching it for the sake of watching it, not because I was interested in it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, I love Inuyasha. I just don't know if it's gonna hold my attention. You know?
Yeah.
which is fair. I mean,
And that's where I'm at with it, unfortunately. What else? I haven't checked out Golden Kamuy yet. Has anybody?
I did see a Crunchyroll article called "Who reads Golden Kamuy?" Like it was
amazing.
actually an article. I was like, all right, okay, way to kick them while they're down, but okay.
I'm really interested to see where that goes. I have to go watch it like all the way through. Like, I've heard really good things, so like I just need to watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Fire Force is doing Fire Force things.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. And then what else is going on right now? Oh, Haikyuu's doing fun Haikyuu things.
And it's better now.
Oh, it's so much better.
Now that your animation is no longer outsourced.
So you can tell a bunch of the scenes are like reused in that next episode because they had to like continue from where they were. So like they had to reuse old like the stuff from the previous 2 episodes, but like it's so much better. It's so much. It just makes me happy. So I'm excited to see where they go with it because I know that like I've read it. I want to see how it's going to be animated. That's where I'm at. So that's going to be real good. What else? Is that like all that's going on right now, actually?
Kind of.
No bless, but that's about it.
Oh, I mean, like, we can't really forget Noblesse.
I watched episode 2. I like it more.
Oh, it's great.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I'm like, how do I say this? Noblesse has me the same way that Tower of God had me in the first 3 episodes, which is like intrigued and like wondering main character, wondering secondary main character, wondering like how M21's gonna build out his character. You know, like it has all the characteristics of a really good opening set.
I'm sorry, go finish, please.
I'm really interested to see where the opening set goes because, like, from what I've understood, like Noblesse, like the best fantasy action anime like webtoons are Noblesse, Tower of God, God of High School, and Hardcore Leveling Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gamer, I think, is the other one, right? Like those are like in the top 10. And so like if they're in the top 10, they have to be good enough to be able to hold that top 10 spot at like that 9.8 whatever, right? And so I'm just
to be able to have held it for so long.
Yes.
As well, because Noblesse is not new by any means.
No.
So I'm really interested to see where it goes. I'm really interested, like, for example, right? Like Frankenstein when he kills Maria is like, it's because like she's like, you're getting hurt and you're not recovering. And he's like, it's because you're like of me. And she's like, what do you mean? And you don't get any more information, right? And so like you have this characterization of a point of like, okay, what's going on between Frankenstein and the Union's experiments? There's something there. You know, like what's going on between Noblesse.
Let's do a little bit of digging there. Who was
It's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
I mean, yes, I know.
Yeah, dude.
I just
What
want to
is
know
the
what the
Union?
relationship inside the novel is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And so like this episode in particular, I think sold me because we had the idea of like, there's the Union, there's the big evil bad guys, the faceless organization that we're going to have to beat at some point. There's some modified human, and there's Frankenstein, and then there's a Rye. Like, but then they introduced the nobles,
Yep.
which is just such a wild card in there. And the way that they have no knowledge of anything going on.
And they also give no fucks.
They could not give a fuck. It also makes me love Frankenstein so much more because he clearly gives a lot of fucks, but he's not. He's like what the red-haired kid who I forget his name. Orange-haired kid. He's like, hey, why don't the nobles just stay the night, just live here with you guys? And Frankenstein's like, man, I don't know. Well, it's all up to Ryan. Ryan's like, I'm okay with it. And then he's like stress cleaning dishes, like, and then M21 walks in and he's like, man, sure is inconvenient that we need to keep the nobles here, isn't it? And M21's like, I mean, I'm here for free, so I'm not here to complain. It's fine for me, whatever you want to do. And like Frankenstein's so clearly trying to find anybody that's like on his side here. He's like, please, just fucking somebody tell me that this is insanity and that I don't need to live with this right now.
I think it's not actually as much of that as like Frankenstein being like I think he hates making people uncomfortable. Like he's he's always like, it's my master's wish. You know,
He
or when
very uncomfortable. He does not want these people staying at his house.
well, but you know, when they showed up, right? He's more concerned they're a threat to Rye. Like everything about him is like in dedication to Rye as a being. And so like part of it is really interesting because he's like, when they first tried to use his their mind control technique on him, he was like, what do you think I am, a normal human? Like, how could you not tell?
I'm just gonna pretend that everything's working fine.
Right? So like he's not worried then. Like, and then Rye tells him to put him in the class and he's like, whatever.
Okay.
You know, but the moment they show up at the house and he feels like it's going to be an inconvenience to the mission, and particularly to M21, he just doesn't like surprises and he doesn't like inconveniencing people, which is very much like you. So I feel like you relate a lot.
I'm in the picture and I don't like it. No, see, that's the difference though, all right? I internalize my struggle because I have anxiety, and I would never ask anybody else if they were uncomfortable. Yeah.
I felt like it was a good healthy strategic pause, you know.
Oh yeah.
The pause is what got me.
So I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be a Tower of God for me because Tower is just that excellent, you know, but
it's very pretty visually.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the animation of Jujutsu Kaisen is on another level, but Noblesse is just like visually very pretty.
Yes. I think it's partly because, so like, for example, I think that's due, and maybe we can talk about this later at a different time in a different episode, but like animation styles, much like you have different LUTs for different types of movies, right? Like your action movies are always brighter, boost the yellows, boost a little bit of the greens, and like it's almost overexposed at times, you know, to your like crime dramas, which are these deep black and blues with like, you know, like it's very much that. Jujutsu Kaisen is an action anime, but also a horror thriller at some level, you know, with its depths and the way it's drawn and the character designs, as opposed to Noblesse, which is all about showcasing nobility, royalty, and like all these fancy bright colors, you know.
Yeah, but then even to extend it to that, Noblesse is about, you're right, the nobles and the noblesse and the the royalty of it and all of the fanciness. But then Jujutsu Kaisen also, the animation takes a focus.
Yes.
Like the movement is where they're focusing. And Noblesse hasn't had a whole lot of movement to this point.
No, it's
We had
the
a-
magic.
We had
It's,
very little in the last episode, and there will be more eventually because there was an
Well, I mean,
awakening.
even then, I want to talk about the when he grabs the dude's chain and pulls it down. Like that was mwah. Like that was flawlessly drawn, flawlessly animated. Like it felt weighty. Like, and that's really hard to do. You know, and so like
Felt like there's actual movement happening, not just like air.
Yep. So I think it's really good to do that, and we caught a good time of that. So on that note, let's take our little sponsor break here for you guys real quick, and we'll be back in just a minute for more discussion on this season's anime. I want to find a topic for the second half, or like something to kind of roll, because we've kind of like hit the whole arc already.
I mean, we've also had a lot of really long episodes lately.
We have. I don't mind making it really short. I don't mind doing like another 15 minutes and then being done.
I say.
I think you're both tired too.
Oh, I'm tired. This is my rest week, so.
Yeah.
Good.
Like, I've got a couple midterms in the next 2 weeks, so I'm just like trying to survive.
What's Tales of Crestoria?
It's an OVA for the new Tales game.
Okay.
Hey, Cherry, do you have a topic idea?
Yeah, Cherry, if you have a topic you want us to talk about, I mean,
Pretty sure Cherry pays for the topic tier, anyways.
I'm pretty sure he does. I know Bees does.
Bees pays for the make us watch a thing tier.
Yeah,
I'll remember all the ones.
I think topic might be 50.
I don't even know.
I go look. I wonder.
I want Paul to read Solo Leveling so we can talk about it.
Yeah,
Well,
there's a lot of webtoon I'm reading right now. Like
the
a
Cowboys are
ridiculous
getting
amount.
destroyed. It's kind of hilarious.
Wow.
Who is?
The Cowboys.
Ooh. I did all my shit in Genshin Impact finally.
PogChamp.
I
You
have.
done?
I took a
have-
2-day break and I was like, wow, that was so satisfying.
Oh
I
no!
took a
No!
break too. And I just came
No!
back and was like, yeah, let's do stuff.
Jeff
and now I'm out
Bridges
of
has
grad school.
lymphoma. It's a
No.
depressing day.
I am depresso.
He says he has a good team of doctors, and the prognosis looks good though.
I am big
not-
depresso. Yeah,
it's-
the podcast
not a
topic
test.
is $50 a month, but we'll just give one to Cherry for free if he can come up with one.
Yes. Yeah, Cherry, if you can come up with a topic. Otherwise, what in the anime world do we have? You saw that? You should have
Oh,
heard.
by
of
the
that.
way, Paul, I was right. It was Icolos.
Icolos. Okay,
Yeah, suck a dick.
I mean, that's fine.
Guys,
Icaros is not even a character in this show.
That's what I mean. That's what Cherry said. I was doing what Cherry said. That was not me. That was Cherry.
Cherry was. Hey, Cherry. Thank you for subbing to the Patreon and supporting us because we appreciate you, and thank you for being a good friend to me and to Mod. And also, hey, if you're free for SCP on Wednesday, the server's super modded now and it's going to be fun. Cherry is unequivocally just fucking wrong about that part. Like, it just Icaros is not the name. It's Icarus.
Icarus is the one who fell from the
Yeah,
sky. because of
Technically,
thing.
the Greek spelling is Icaros, but
Really?
The Greek spelling is like some triangles and shit.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But like how
tech-
like the translation for the letters is Icaros.
Oh God, no!
Really?
Don't
Yeah.
make me wrong.
My mom took
Yes.
Greek, so I could ask her, and she'd be like, "Yes, you're a dumb."
I'm like almost
Cherry's
1000% positive.
law,
that,
so
like the story of Icarus and Daedalus is his name is Icaros.
the data lettuce. Okay.
Oh, Daedalus. Fly too high and get crit because it's a crit item in Dota.
It's literally Icaros. I'm looking at the
Learn
Wikipedia
as
page
Icarus?
right now.
Okay.
Did you really? Damn.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess if we don't really have a big topic, we'll do like a 15-20 minute Chill.
Yeah, it literally becomes Icarus in Latin.
Hmm.
This is how we get here.
That was like a 40-minute section. First half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Told you, dude. It was memes.
We're good.
We got memes. We got
Memes.
dreams. We got everything.
I learned it as
between.
Icarus, but that's because I was like reading the Iliad.
It's
I think.
typical. It's the Latin name, so it
Oh,
makes sense.
Have you seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
No.
I've maybe.
Do
I don't-
either of you know what that movie is?
No.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Your homework is to watch it because it's a great fucking movie. It's literally just a retelling of the Odyssey.
Ooh.
It's like 1920s Prohibition George Clooney retelling of the Odyssey.
No, I refuse. No.
It's an absolutely incredible like movie. It's so good.
Yeah.
And like I forget, but like like George Clooney is like the version of Odysseus.
Mhm.
Why? No. Stop.
No, it's so fucking funny. Like the main thing that he never gives up over the movie is his hair product. So like he's freaking out over it constantly. They have there's a Cyclops and it's John Goodman.
Hold on.
He's just wearing an eye patch.
Who played oh frick.
You should absolutely watch it. It's worth it. It's a Coen Brothers movie.
Who
Is that it?
Who
I
played
believe?
okay, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Who played No, the person it's not him. I know who I'm thinking about, but that's not who I was originally thinking about. Russell Crowe is always who I've pictured to play Odysseus.
No, it's not like it's not 1-to-1.
Okay.
100% not 1-to-1. It's just it's very clearly inspired by, but it's a Coen Brothers movie, so it's made by the same guys who made Big Lebowski, No Country for Old Men. Like, it's a very good movie. I highly recommend.
Okay, let's figure out a quick little topic.
You reading anything?
Let's talk about the importance of a good opening.
Yeah, actually.
Yes. Holy shit. What a topic. That's a topic.
Honestly, we could just have that as next episode.
I don't feel like that's like long enough.
It's not a huge topic. So I
Then
think
we'll have a subtopic where we can meme about good and bad openings for the second half.
I
Seems
was
good.
gonna say like openings as well as like first episodes, because like there's been anime with horrible first episodes.
Yo-yo?
Oh
That, like, end up
man.
getting good. Yeah, we can talk JoJo's.
Yo-yos?
JoJo's.
He just knows. He can tell because I'm getting uppity about it.
Well, like for example,
JoJo's?
right? Like the first episode of Dragon Ball is actually not that good.
Are we
The first
talking about
episode of Dragon Ball
Dragon
is
Ball Z,
awful.
or Dragon Ball Super?
First episode of Dragon Ball, doesn't he straight up like take off Bulma's panties?
Yes.
Like
I don't know. I'm
Something
pretty sure
like
that's
that.
great content, bro.
no, like
but but even Kai,
doesn't he,
even
like,
Kai's first
doesn't-
episode is really like meh.
I mean,
yeah,
the
like
first
Dragon Ball Z, that
episode of
first
Dragon Ball Z
episode
is
is-
also pretty fucking mess. So it's not like Kai
The
had a
episode
lot
of Dragon
to
Ball
work
Z
with
is all the characters you love have been ruined. He has a son now and a brother, and he's an alien. Like it kind of, in terms of like
Okay, we're
the
gonna
Dragon
talk
Ball
about this. We're
universe-
gonna do this on podcast because that's like I've already established that right there that this is a great topic of discussion for this. Is
Yeah,
like
you figured it out.
yay.
Congratulations, all figured out the topic.
Okay. Wow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, welcome back to Studio Blank Anime episode 16. We couldn't think of a topic, so we decided to meme instead. Except we kind of came up with an inadvertent topic in the break because I just did
Guys,
that.
we found it. A topic.
So we're gonna talk about
topic.
the importance of having a good opening episode, and anime that have really bad opening episodes,
but somehow recover.
like JoJo's.
Let's start with the obvious one
'Cause
because
Nate
I've
wants
said
to
a
talk about it.
million times. First episode to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I mean, like the first 3 episodes.
No,
I-
but just the first episode.
Like even the first episode. So just for the record, beyond episode 25 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, everything's about Pokemon battles in anyways, right?
Right.
Like just it's about Pokemon battles. after the first 9 episodes, it's about fighting some weird ancient Aztec monster dudes.
Okay.
After the first episode, it's about fighting. After the first 3 episodes, it's about fighting vampires. The first episode is about some dude who crashes a carriage and wakes up and is like, "Oh my god, you random citizen who's clearly trying to rob me. You saved my life. I owe you everything." And all it does is just you watch this dude who's super nice get abused for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
And yeah.
Okay, then.
It's such a bad episode that I watched it, and I've never said this to myself watching any other show. I said, if episode 2 is like this, I will hate this show,
Yeah.
and I will never watch it.
But you did.
It was a good episode,
There you go.
better episode.
It just got better.
But
Tim and I were talking about the fact that every single first episode of anything of Dragon Ball is always bad. It's just bad.
the first episode of Dragon Ball is
They gotta set the bar low so that you get excited for the rest of it.
Well, I mean, considering the entire show is about like power creep, I guess we really shouldn't be surprised.
they even power creep the numbers.
They
like,
power
what,
creep.
They started at episode 1. They end at what, episode 120? That's wild. Actually, episode like 300, but Kai's like 120.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, like, for example, Tim brought this up. The first episode of Dragon Ball Z is, oh, look, we've ruined all your favorite characters. Oh, wait, he got married. Oh, wait, he has a kid. Oh, wait, he actually has a brother. Wait, they're aliens. Good luck.
I didn't say that, Nate did, but yeah.
That was me.
Very accurate.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, it just cross.
Like that's also one of the best jokes from Dragon Ball Z Abridged is like all of the side characters that are sitting around a table is like, remember when we were relevant? Yeah. Remember when I was a bad guy? Yeah. Remember when we went on adventures? Yeah. Remember interacting with the main cast? Like, and they just
You remember when
go over all
Yamcha
of
was
the-
useful?
No?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, it just, the first episode is just like the only
A lot
two
of
characters
people-
that are still useful at the end of Super that were relevant in the first, like, in Dragon Ball original are Krillin and Master Roshi.
Roshi.
I mean, and Bulma kinda too, but like less so.
Tien.
No, Tien's not really.
No, Tien makes it all the way through the Tournament of Power. He's at least sort of useful.
I mean,
Tien's useful for the Tournament of Power.
that's fair. But he's not like Master Roshi or
Okay.
Krillin useful.
I think Tien got more kills than Roshi did, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but Roshi did it against somebody infinitely more badass than the guy Tien beat.
Okay.
That's because he used the soul sealing thingy and then it almost got Vegeta schmacked
Oh, dude.
because
I love
was just
Bottom
so-
Green.
it was so it was just bad. Anyway, the point is, like, those shows had like really not so hot openings, and then like are, in all honesty, two of the biggest anime shows ever.
Meanwhile, then you have shows with good first episodes.
That are disappointing to a fault.
Well,
Never
I was
mind.
gonna say good shows. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's follow that. So Akame ga Kill, right?
So a comic kill. So
cool.
Darling in the Franks.
So I love
Darling in
the
the
first episode
Franks is a great one.
of Akame ga Kill because it starts out with you get the world, you get a monster, you get, oh look, this guy's badass. He knows what he's doing. Oh look, the world actually is kind of bullshit and sucks. But hey, some people are nice. Nope. Everybody's actually bullshit, but the animation's pretty. Hey, want to fight? And it gives you like a good look as like, people are really, really pieces of shit.
I mean, we can just insert trigger anime here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got what, Gurren Lagann, the first episode, they finish by going out to the surface and you get that beautiful horizon.
Stop. It hurts
What?
my heart, okay? It just hurts my heart. Blue
Flying in the
Exorcist.
club.
The entirety of Blue Exorcist. Because the first
What?
episode's The end. They literally rewrote the ending.
Yeah, and it's good now.
Yes. The point is, it wasn't.
There is no second 12 episodes to Blue Exorcist.
I only know 36 episodes of Blue Exorcist.
There's
thank
only
you very
30. Yeah, there's 36 episodes. They released 12, and for some reason there was another like blank 12 on the disc. I don't know why, but I think it was a placeholder.
So I think it's just really important to have a solid opening, but it's really important to finish strong.
So there's been a big push with anime companies recently that they want to make the first 3 episodes of an anime their hook, because that's about when people usually drop off, and that's what I would watch. Is I watch the first 3 episodes of a show and be like, all right.
I mean, you literally built a podcast around that, so.
I didn't build the podcast. I was invited to a podcast that had already been built.
I mean, close enough, I think. I don't know. It's a good idea, is the point. It was a good idea.
The idea is that in three episodes in, you have enough of an idea of the main characters, of the plot, of where it's going, that you can decide whether you're going to get on the train or jump ship.
Yeah. I mean, like, Dororo's been solid all the way through.
Yes.
So.
There were a few episodes in there that were...
There's definitely moments where it's got its weakness.
Yeah, but I don't think it's ever, like,
there were a couple
really
weak episodes, but there was enough time that we were able to be like, this feels wrong, and then good episodes came back and was like, all right, we're back in business.
Yeah.
And like same thing with Vinland Saga. If
Vinland
you watched
Saga,
all the way through that,
Attack on Titan.
Vinland Saga is another show that they knew they couldn't put everything they wanted in one episode at the very beginning. So they dropped the first 3 episodes of the show all at once, because that was their opening. Yeah. That was their beginning. And you got that, and then that sold me on the show.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
I think they really should have probably... I mean, like, they very much a Tower of God thing, too. I mean, Tower of God. I mean, kind of Tower of God and God of High School, where, like, they... Like, the first 3 episodes are, like... Holy smokes. Like even Tower of God's first, like, 4 minutes, like, sell you on the whole show.
Well, to be
fair, Kevin Pank's soundtrack does not hurt at all in that opening.
Now available.
No, Kevin Penkin fucking crushed that soundtrack.
Like the God of High School.
Slaughtered it.
It's funny, you missed it. We made a note of it, but it didn't go into our news. As of this week, that soundtrack is available.
You got the vinyl, right?
The limited edition vinyl release closed this past week, and I own a copy of it.
I didn't
one
get
of
to get
only
one.
1,021 that will exist.
I didn't get to one, and I'm really upset about it.
We pre-ordered it like a month ago.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't get one.
The day the news came out,
I didn't get to, because I had the stuff, everything that happened with all the stuff.
We talked about it like a month ago when it was announced for pre-order. This week it's released. So
yeah, it's shipping out shortly.
Getting what he got, but you might be able to get your own copy of a different vinyl record or a CD or some other special edition item.
Yeah.
But when we're all living together on in our podcast set, we will have that vinyl.
Oh, please.
For everyone to look at.
So other anime that have like stellar. I guess I should say it this way: anime that do well because of a stellar opening, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't think Attack on Titan would have done nearly as well if that opening hadn't gone as well as it did.
Oh no, absolutely not.
You know what I mean? Like,
honestly,
Attack on Titan, if it didn't sell you, like in the first couple episodes of the very first season, it would have literally never gotten off of the ground.
Yeah.
That's also, so this is going into, people will use first episode with shock factor to try to get people to talk about the show and watch it. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. So like Attack on Titan, no. Oh no, I'm going bad shock factor. Like Attack on Titan is one of them. With the first episode of Attack on Titan was bloody. It showed people in this universe are not all good people, and self-preservation is a bitch.
Yes.
Regardless of how self-aware you are, because you see Hans, who is literally like breaking down as he's running away because he's mad that he's not strong enough to try to save people.
Yeah.
And then like you have other shows that such as Goblin Slayer,
Yeah.
which had their first episode, which
Slime Sky.
Was very
broke the internet.
controversial.
It essentially broke the internet because of what happened in the first episode, which we're not going to go over, because if you know, you know. If you don't, Google is a thing. But
Yeah, if you haven't seen Goblin Slayer,
It's good. Really good.
fantastic.
Trigger warning.
Yeah,
Trigger
Lots
warning
of
for
them.
sure.
That first episode is not for the faint of heart.
I'll be honest. When I went and watched it, I'm not faint of heart. I didn't expect it to be as bad as it was.
It was.
I had seen like comments on
I had
Twitter, and
heard what it was. I was not mentally prepared for what I watched. It was, and it accomplished its goal.
100%.
it like
People-
it was incredibly visceral, and it made you realize that like this is not like
the tone of
they
the
don't
world
live in a good
very well.
world,
Yeah.
and death is a very real thing for them, and it's not even the worst thing that can happen to them.
It was.
Death is a sweet release.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah. Like Goblin Slayer
it-
did that incredibly well.
People talked about the show, people watched the show, and when they all watched episode 2, they said, "I like this show for the show."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But they were able to put out that first episode with the shock.
Yep.
And that was able to attract eyes, and that was one of the big things, and that's like the importance of their first episode. And then on the
Out of that comment then, interestingly enough, would you say that there's a different kind of subtle shock in something like Darling in the Franxx? Right? Because like of course we're gonna be a little rated R. Everything in that first episode of Darling in the Franxx is purposefully a sex innuendo. Right? Like the
Yeah.
entire series is that at some level. But that whole first episode is literally like as in your face and overt about it as it can possibly be. Right?
And that's 100% another
And
way
that was
to
my
just
that was my
attract the
point.
eye.
Is like
Yeah,
the shock
exactly.
value of it, which is not like a bad shock value per se, but it's like, oh my god, everything's about sex.
And like that was one of the things that like really turned me off of Darling in the Franxx. They made everything so much about sex, and it was like these kids are like 15.
I mean, it was on purpose. It made it really interesting. Good show,
So
really weird.
Another show with a kind of gory shock factor opening, and one that we absolutely loved this past season, ReZero. Think about
Yeah.
ReZero's
No,
first
that's true.
episode.
It's true.
oh yeah, no,
You
that's
watched
absolutely
Subaru
it.
get like viciously murdered like 4 fucking times.
It is. You watch Subaru die twice.
To be
in the
fair,
first episode.
I want to point out that like that was like almost established though. Like that's kind of like a ReZero trope at some level that you understand once you go to season 2. But the first episode, yes, I just want to
what
make
I'm
that point.
Talking about the very first episode.
We're
I thought it was
talking
only
about
twice.
Yeah, in the first episode,
Okay,
he
okay.
dies twice.
Okay.
And that, granted, it is a 40-minute episode, but I'm giving it the same thing I gave Vinland Saga. Like their first 3 episodes was put out in bulk, so
Yeah,
it kind of counts as one. The same thing with ReZero. This is 1 episode. It's also 1A and 1B.
First impressions are just really important.
Well, it's also like even on the lightest tone, everybody's favorite anime, Sword Art Online, has one of that was sarcasm, obviously. Has one of arguably the best episodes because it introduces you to the world, it sets your expectations, and it says, "This is where we're going.
Yep.
Buckle in or get off the bus."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
I loved SAO's very first episode. I thought it was fantastic.
Exactly.
I was
It gives you
super
the main
excited,
character.
and then I was disappointed. But
Don't worry, we don't talk about everything after episode.
I think
16.
it's another one. I mean, we can talk about like last season stuff all we want, right? Like Misfit literally was like, oh, by the way, murder. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
Misfit
shock
show
value.
the power scale in the first episode,
Yeah.
and then it's like, all right, I know what I'm here for. I'm ready. And then same thing with even in God of High School, you got both sides of the spectrum in the first episode.
Yeah.
You got Jin Mori fighting people and doing the crazy cool animation that everybody wants, but even in the first 5 minutes of the episode, you have
his grandfather.
Mujin Park.
Jin Taijin.
Oh,
No.
Mugen doing the hand onto the
Mugen
island.
Park
Oh,
doing
yeah.
the hand on the island. So, because like yeah, you see Park. Gen Taijin, you get that, but I'm saying you get the power scale of they crushed an island with their hand, and the power scale of this is where we're starting.
Oh, I mean, My Hero.
And,
You get all
and
my
My
first
Hero is
episode.
also great because the intro to the first episode of My
Yeah.
Hero is this is the story of how I became the world's greatest hero.
Yeah.
It tells you where we're going, and then it's telling you this is where we're starting on. Get on the bus or get the fuck off.
Yeah, I just think there's something very, very important about opening feelings, opening episodes, like like there's just it allows you to set a starting point. Tonikawa, Over the Moon. The first whole thing is Truck-kun, and everybody gets Truck-kunned. But it subverses the Truck-kun real hard, and everybody's like, wait, this isn't normal Truck-kun? Because I'm pretty sure anybody who didn't read the synopsis and just was like rolling through their Crunchyroll queue and watched that first episode was like, isekai! And then not. And you were like, what? No.
Or how about, you want to talk about another shock factor one
Yeah.
that just came out of left field? Sing Yesterday for me.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That
No,
first
even-
opening hits like a truck.
Yeah.
That first episode, you're like riding the bus. You're like, all right, I think I know what I'm getting myself into. And then you just swerve.
No.
lanes
You
across
think you're on the
traffic.
bus. You think you're on the bus. No. You're on a bike next to the bus. And the bus stopped at the bus stop, and you were like, okay, yeah, I'm still going. I'm cruising. And you started like
The
slowing
train?
down. You're
no.
like,
It's the train tracks. You just keep going, and the train comes from broadside, and just while
yeah,
you're on the bike.
That's exactly the thing I'm going for. Like, you thought you were ready for it, but you got hit by a fucking train partway, like right at the end. Like, you get sideswiped so hard
I mean,
by flood of feeling, and it's like, okay.
I mean, really? You're ready for that? Like, the something that would like the classic of all time, Full Metal Alchemist. You open with like their mother dying and them trying to do alchemy to bring her back to life. That was not a pretty scene. Let me remind you. Like, they open with a really like, it's not beautiful, right? Like, they open with like him losing his brother's entire body, sealing him inside a suit of armor, like losing his arm.
Very bloody too. Like, I feel like we forget this. Like, he's straight up in a pile of his blood, of his own blood, because it's coming out of his leg, and he's like drawing with it. Like,
Yeah.
it is quite graphic. Like, we watch a lot of really fucked up shit, guys. Like, I don't think you realize this. Anime is bad. The devil has sent it so that we will write blood.
I just think openings are very important, and like as we were just going through that, like all of those are so very important openings that like hooked us from the moment we watched it. That like they've become classics years later because they opened well and finished well. We like I Can Make a Kill is still a classic. It's just not a good.
It's a
Even
classic disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same
So-
with Darling in the Franks and Gurren Lagann. And,
Yeah.
Darling
So-
in the Franks in a decade will become everyone's favorite, and it'll get remade, and they'll just fix the ending, and then it'll get the
No,
FMA treatment.
No.
It'll be great.
See, here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna announce that they're remaking it. People are gonna get fucking ecstatic, and then some asshole is gonna be like, they have the audacity to change the ending to Darling in the Franks. The original is what the writers intended. And there's just going to be a fucking flame
No.
war.
You ready? You
about
ready for what's
ending
even
of
better?
Darling in the
You ready for
Franxx.
what's even better?
So goddamn mouth-breathing bonobos feel like it needs to be the original ending.
You know what's gonna be even better? It's gonna be live action.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in this episode of Studio Blank. I've been Nate. You can find me on Twitter. Thank.
You can find Nate at twitter.com/Comfimus, twitch.tv/Comfimus, fb.gg/Comfimus, and instagram.com/Comfimus. And I think that's about it, right, Tim?
Yeah. You
You
can,
can
find
also
me
find
at,
me browsing Amazon looking for this brand new light novel title.
I was gonna make a joke. I was like, and this week's light novel title. So the plot synopsis here is we have 3 guys that are absolutely goddamn useless that speak into microphones for hours at a time, and this week's title is we couldn't think of a topic, so we decided to meme instead because we're fucking idiots.
It's more like because one of them so Paul went out of town one week. And nothing got done.
Everything has been spiraling out of control since.
And Paul comes back and has to record an anime episode. Okay, cool. Nate, hit us with that title.
Do you want a wholesome light novel?
Yes, especially after that last little end of that conversation. Hit me
Yeah,
with wholesome.
I think this week it's not that funny, it's not that great, but it's nice and wholesome.
Okay.
You know.
Why do
So
I
this
feel like
is-
this is a bit and I'm being baited?
Oh, this is actually wholesome. This is a story of a detestable demon lord and his wonderful new wife. Our demon lord, Anima, is the strongest in all the world, feared by the denizens of the realm. He's forced to spend his days in solitude until, completely out of the blue, he gets truck-cooned. The one who summons him is none other than Luina, an exceedingly poor girl who runs an orphanage. The two of them quickly fall in love, with Anima swearing to use his power to protect his newfound family. In Why Shouldn't a Detestable Demon Lord Fall in Love?
You know what? Love it. Maybe
That's
maybe that will
adorable.
give me some more
It's how to
serotonin
not
when I go
summon
buy it
a
on
demon lord.
bookwalker.jp//studio blank. That's a joke, by the way. They don't sponsor us, but if they did,
Nobody did. But hey,
I
not
would love
sponsored
it.
but willing.
not sponsored but willing, very sure.
Always willing. Guys, thanks for listening to episode 16 this week for a long episode, actually. We thought this was going to be a little bit shorter, but it became long.
No, it's only like
We're-
90 minutes.
par
It's
for
not
the
that
course.
bad.
It's fine. Guys, thanks for listening. As said earlier, you can find Nate over at Comfamous on everything. So to go do that. You can find
You
Tim.
can find Tim.
Yeah.
You can
Tim.
find me over at Twitter and Twitch, at SYNDAXATRAX, otherwise known as Syndixatrix, or Hello It Me Trash Boy. And you can find me running the Studio Blank Twitter at Studio Blank Pod. Paul, where do they find you?
Guys, you can find me all over the internet at I_love_Mondays, MUNDAYS, or on Twitch at just I Love Mondays, and doing stuff on the Rare Drop Twitch channel and all over the Rare Drop Twitters at Twitter and Twitch /Rare Drop or Rare Drop Co for Twitter. Thanks for listening tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. I hit the stop button.
Same.
I also hit the stop button.
Cherry, thanks for listening. We love you. The boys need to go. I have a Dota game to go play and a phone call to make. So thanks for hanging out. And we love you. And we'll see you next week.
Really quick.
Yes.
I want to be very clear that next week's episode is currently a maybe.
This is true. Nate will be moving here.
Yes. Simply because of all of that and the stuff going into it. My computer will not be up. I won't have any of my audio equipment ready to record.
We may record a 0.5 for you guys.
We may try to do something later in the week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if
but-
it comes down to later in the week, I'll make a tweet once we know what the plan is going to be. And maybe I'll record something cute for you guys.
I was going
Yeah,
to say, Tim and
Okay.
I can do a 0.5 and just have fun for like a 30-minute 0.5 episode. So don't worry too much about
As
it. bud.
always, like if you keep your eyes on the Twitter, we'll be keep that as up to date as possible with all of our information. But yeah, it doesn't really seem possible to do one next week. So
Who knows? Maybe we'll all be wearing cute sweatshirts in the next episode that we actually record together.
yes,
Paul, get on your shit.
That's a Kevin thing, bud. I will
that's
get on my shit.
we can tell people to do stuff, but we can't make those steps.
I know. I'm crying.
Guys,